What's going on, guys, and welcome back to a brand new video. And today we are going to be making the Sir Alex Ferguson 4-4-2 tactic that he used with Manchester United. Now, he's a legendary manager, in my opinion, the best managers to ever do it, but we can discuss that in a bit. But if you guys do enjoy these tactic videos, be sure to leave a like, comment below on what manager you want to see next, and please do subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. So, we could sit here all day and talk about Alex Ferguson, the trophies he won, the success that he had at Manchester United, but we would be here all day. It would be one long video. In my opinion, this guy runs away with the best manager to ever do it, in my opinion. But obviously, there are contenders, like you've got your Peps, you know. I wouldn't put Klopp there just yet, in my opinion. But, you know, it's all an opinion, so do comment below on what you think. But nevertheless, whatever team you support, whatever manager you say, you cannot deny what this guy done. It was absolutely incredible. And he done a lot of it at Manchester United with the 4-4-2. And that is exactly what we're going to be trying to replicate today. Now, we are going to be testing with 3 of the teams that he was involved in when it comes to managing, which includes St Mirren, Aberdeen and Manchester United. Now, the main focus is Manchester United, so that is where we're going to pay most attention to and really break down some of the stats. But we're going to go over now. We'll quickly hop over to we'll do St Mirren first. We're actually already there, so we just go to home. And this is going to be the result. So it is a 4th place finish for a team which I don't believe are one of the favourites. But I'm not the best at Scottish football, so, you know, do correct me if I'm wrong there. But still, a 4th place finish isn't too bad, to be fair. Runners up in the Scottish Cup as well. 56 goals scored, 47 conceded. So this is probably the least, like probably the worst sort of result that we got in terms of this. Probably the weakest team that we did have. But overall, it's still not a bad finish. Obviously, you take into account that Celtic and Rangers, just them two alone. And also, I did test this alongside Aberdeen in the same division. So Aberdeen took up one of them top 3 spots as well. So overall, I'm actually quite happy with how this testing went. We'll go into the squad quickly. We'll go into some of the goals. Where is it? Go into this one. So we've actually got 40 goals here coming from Alex Grieve, who is going to be the sort of main striker as it stands, which is relatively, I mean, it's pretty good to me. Got most of the team's goals. That is where the weakness is with this individual team by the looks of it. 15 goals also coming in from Emon Brophy. I think that's how you say that. And then it drops down to 9, then 6 and 4 and 4. So there is a little bit of a decline when it comes to the goals there. But overall, there are some decent players in the system by the looks of it. Like Alex Grieve here. Some okay attributes for this division, I would definitely say. Who else is looking quite good? We have got Brophy here. Looks quite a good player, quite quick as well on the wing. But I'm not too knowledgeable when it comes to Scottish football. But I believe this is a relatively okay finish for this team. If we hop over to Aberdeen, we do not want to look at any transfers, but we can do this. And this is what we're going to see. So this is where we're going to see a little bit of improvement in terms of the league finishing. It is going to be Aberdeen finishing in 2nd place, above Rangers, and only a little bit behind Celtic, which is quite an impressive result in my opinion. Again, I'm not entirely sure where Aberdeen are meant to finish. So do let me know. And any Scottish people in the comments, I'm sure, will educate me to the max, so I do appreciate that. We actually did manage to score 86 goals with this system and only concede 33. Not a great display in the cups, but a lot better display in the league than what we got with St Mirren. You can see the point difference here. It's going to be Bojan Miavoski coming in with 47 goals and Bieson coming in with 14 assists. We go into the squad stats-wise. We'll have a quick look at some of the goals. Oh, it's already filtered. So we've got this guy here who actually looks relatively good, reasonably quick, decent finishing on him, quite good technique and good off the ball as well. Obviously, in this division, he's a 4-star ability player. 44 appearances, 47 goals and 8 assists. You can't really complain. Then we've got Duck coming in with 47 appearances and 39 goals with 8 assists. 10 goals coming in for Connor Barron as well, which isn't too shabby. Then there is a little bit of a drop-off. Obviously, no disrespect, but the quality of the players obviously doesn't help with that. But it is an easy division, so it sort of goes hand in hand, I suppose. In terms of assists, we've got 14 coming in there. We've got 11 coming in from Hayes, 8 for Duck, Miavoski coming in with 8. This guy here looks to be some sort of player. Have another look at him, actually. Only 23 years of age. His finishing's not obviously ridiculously high, but for this division, it does more than well. Looking at the ability of the team, we've actually got some decent players in this side. I've always sort of been tempted at some point to do save in the Scottish League because, like I said, I don't watch it in real life. I don't I don't play with it in FM, so I don't really know too much about it. So it'd be quite a good way to learn some of the players, some of the teams. You know, I know it's only a video game, but it definitely does help. But overall, relatively happy. What's the data hub looking like in this one? 2.26 goals per game and 0.87 conceded. So that's exactly what we sort of want to be seeing. This tactic is meant to be quite defensively solid, but also can be dangerous on the break and get a goal, obviously, because you have to be scoring goals to win games, as we all know. But they're going to be the Scottish sides done. As I said, that wasn't really the main focus. The main focus is going to be, with this side, Manchester United, as we've just seen them offer 23 million for Wan-Bissaka. But this is the main focus. Now, I want to instantly clear something up. We did win the Champions League, and it's Europa League, sorry, but it's not saying it here. That was against Leipzig, which I will show you just to prove that we did win it. But let's kick things off then. So we're going to start off with, where do we start off with? The Premier League, I guess. So the Premier League, we absolutely dominated the Premier League. A 10-point advantage on Manchester City, who find themselves in second place. Liverpool in third. Villa coming in with fourth place finish, which is very impressive. I would like to say that we are now playing with the up-to-date transfers as well. So Chelsea still hasn't worked spending all that money, unfortunately. But it is what it is. You need some time to gel. Runners up in the FA Cup against Liverpool, and winners in the Carabao Cup against West Ham, and obviously also the win in the Europa League. 129 goals scored and only 19 conceded. We're going to have a little look. Let's look at the actual in-depth stats more than just reading them ones. So we've got Marcus Rashford with 68 goals and 28 assists. We have got Martial with 51 goals and 13 assists. Anthony with 45 goals, 24 assists, and Eriksen with 20 goals and 31 assists. And then we are going to carry on reading because there is still some quite high numbers here. Sancho, not the best return, but it's okay. Assist-wise, it's very good. Maybe a few more goals in there, but 13 goals and 26 assists. Malacia actually contributing quite a lot with 9 goals and 13 assists, and 15 assists coming in for Diego Dalot. Now, I do know the assistant manager was playing Anthony at striker, because obviously there is two up top. He was playing him at striker alongside of Marcus Rashford, which is always interesting to see. It was pretty much flicking between him and Martial, partner, and Rashford up front, which is cool. Anthony can play there at the end of the day, so that probably is why he got a lot of the goals. I'm not going to say he'd score that many if he was permanently on the wing. A more accurate stat would probably be this one from Sancho: 13 goals, 26 assists, and then obviously the strikers of 68. So I mean, it's relatively high, but this just goes to show what this tactic can genuinely do when you are playing with I wouldn't say this is not like, it's tough to class United, because I class a powerhouse as PSG, Manchester City, Bayern Munich, where they should be winning the league every season on this game. Manchester United are probably a little bit under that, but you know, this is the type of stuff you can expect to be seeing when you are playing with what I like to call just a dominant team or a good side. Obviously, they're more than a mid-table side, but not one of the superior elites, your PSGs, your Cities, your Bayerns, etc., etc. But if we go into the data hub, which we are going to go and do, and we're going to go to general performance, very, very solid here. 3.39 goals per game, which is exactly what we want to be seeing. And only 0.5 conceded. So very defensively solid, and also attacking enough to go out and score over 3 goals a game, which is more than enough to be winning your games. And that's exactly what we've done. Now, what we'll do is, we've had a quick look at that. We'll go into the schedule and we can have a little look, because there are some results which didn't go our way. As you know, no FM save is perfect. There is a very nice spree here. You can see how defensively solid we actually are. First loss coming from Aston Villa there, who actually had quite a good season, so that's not too gutting. A couple of draws in there, but a lot of wins as well. As you can see here, a massive undefeated spree coming in. Not quite a few. There were a few close games. That is against Crawley, 12-0 there. 4-3 against Fulham, quite a nail biter. 7-1 to get into the quarterfinals of the Europa League. And everything else, it is just a very dominant sort of system, because I think with this 4-4-2, the midfield's obviously very solid, because it sort of is a 4 across the midfield. And when you get the ball, then wingers just push up, and you got 4 people almost up front, and it works so well. Another loss here, that is against Manchester City, so that's not the end of the world, to be fair. Disappointing draw there against Everton, but overall, a very, very good season. As you can see here, we did lose to Liverpool in the FA Cup final, just so you know. But this game here against RB Leipzig was a 2-0 2-1 win. I'm actually going to go ahead and watch the highlights now since we're already here. Leipzig did line up with a full-strength side. I don't know why they've still got Nkunku. I guess he's not at Chelsea right now, is he? He's going to be going. He's not officially at Chelsea right now. That's probably why, because I've done the up-to-date database. So that's why he's playing, I believe. Galashi, Lima, Simakan, Guardio, Raum, Glaga, Haidara, Olmo, and Nkunku, Szoboszlai, and Werner. And obviously we lined up, our assistant manager lined up with De Gea, Dalot, Varane, Martinez, Shaw, Rashford on the left this time, Eriksen, Casemiro, Sancho, Martial, and Antony. So Antony actually playing up front ahead of Rashford in some games. I don't know why that is, but I have seen it before, so it could just be a tactical decision. Obviously, I do holiday simulate these games, so we can see some pretty wacky stuff sometimes. We'll go ahead and actually watch this though. So we'll go into the, where is it? Let's go into TV. That's what we like to see on this channel. So it's going to be Raphael Varane into Eriksen with a wonder ball over. I thought it was a wonder ball. It really wasn't. Galashi. Oh, it's a shocker. It's a shocker. I thought Eriksen was going to play a wonder ball, but it's actually sort of a gifted goal in the final. Maybe a little bit of pre-match nerves got to him. And Marcus Rashford linking up with Martial. Rashford again. And it's hit the post and come out. And it's going to be another gift. I think we've actually been gifted the Europa League final right now. As it's an absolute diabolical couple of mistakes. And they do pull one back in the 52nd minute. But it clearly wasn't enough. And overall, I mean, was a game we definitely deserved to win in terms of shots, XG. They had slightly more possession, but the way that the goals went in, I don't know if I can say we comfortably deserved to win it, because that was a couple of questionable goals, but we'll take it. So then guys, this is going to be the tactic breakdown, your favourite part of the video, as I know. If you guys do enjoy watching these tactic videos, be sure to smash the like button below. Let's try and hit 40 likes for Sir Alex Ferguson. Why not? And also, please do subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. It's completely free and it helps the channel grow massively. But let's start off then. So, I'm going to kick things off by going obviously down this side of the the field of the tactics screen, and we're going to have the mentality set to attacking. In possession, you want fairly wide, pass into space, overlap rights, standard, slightly higher, and whipped crosses. In transition, you want counter press, counter, and distribute quickly. Out of possession, you want a standard defensive line, a mid-block line of engagement, get stuck in, and much more often on the trigger press. Now, a couple of things with this, or one thing with this mainly, you can look to take this off, the get stuck in. Sometimes you do pick up a lot of bookings doing this, but it is quite good. It just means your players basically are aggressive when they go into challenges, and that is sometimes good because they will win the ball back, and obviously sometimes it's good to have a little bit of aggression in football. But if you are getting too many bookings, it's frustrating you, the one thing I'd definitely look to take off would be this. You don't have to instantly go to stay on feet, just literally have it like that, so it's pretty much balanced. But I would recommend sticking with it because it just adds that little bit of fire that was always in his sides. Now going into what is going to be the player role breakdown, we're going to start off with the strikers backwards today. Let's switch it up, why not? So on the left hand side, you're going to have an advanced forward on attack, on shoot more often and move into channels. On the right hand side, you're going to have a pressing forward on support, move into channels, hold up ball, close down more and tackle harder. On the left hand side, we're going to have a winger on attack, fairly basic, dribble more, run wide with the ball, cross more often, cross from the byline, get further forwards and stay wider. On the right hand side, we've got another winger, but this one's on support, take more risks, shoot more often, get further forwards, roam from position, dribble more, run wide with the ball, cross more often and stay wider. And then the heart of the team, the midfield, the players that do a lot of work in this. Now, I was unsure exactly what would make it a little, like, the most sort of replicated. But in my opinion, I would go with a central midfielder on the left-hand side. For purely FM purposes, if you want a tactic which I think might even perform slightly better, you could look to try and have either a drop them back and have a Volante possibly, or a Roman playmaker, and then might help going forwards and stuff like that. But for me, this, I mean, it did work very well at the end of the day. So let's kick things off then with the centre mid on support. Instructions is going to be balanced. Don't know why I'm showing it like that. We'll go with that. Central midfielder on support, take more risks, get further forward and roam from position. And on the right, we've got a ball winning midfielder on defend, pass it shorter, shoot less often, dribble less, take fewer risks, hold position and tackle harder. Now, the back four, we've got a nice mix here, so there's going to be switching going on all the time. We've got a fullback on the left-hand side on support, take fewer risks, cross from deep, aim the crosses at the centre, cut inside with the ball, hold position and mark tighter. On the right-hand side, we have got pass it shorter, take fewer risks, cross from byline, aim the crosses at the centre, mark tighter, cross more often and get further forwards. On the fullback, this one's going to be on attack. As you can see, we've sort of switched it, so we've got the support role on this side with an attack and fullback, and the opposite the other side, and it works really well. Two defenders then, we've got a central defender on defend, and he is going to be told to pass it shorter, shoot less often, dribble less and hold position. And the left-hand sided one is another central defender on defend, shoot less often, dribble less and hold position. Last but definitely not least is going to be a sweeper keeper on defend, and there is simply no instructions. Nice and basic, very easy to copy. But that is going to be the tactic broken down, guys. Now, it is a special one. It is Alex Ferguson. Obviously, I'm a big Man United fan, so it is always nice to try and recreate this at least once a year, if not a couple of versions. If you did play a different formation or anything like that, then do let me know. But if you guys do want to save yourself a little bit of time as well, you can download this from the FM Scout website. You can find it on there. It'll be towards the top of the latest tactics because I released this video the same time as the post on that website. But that is going to be it for today, guys. Hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have, be sure to smash the like button below, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. But that is it for me today, and I'll see you in the next one.